Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. It's your boy, Jim Hacking. Hope you're all doing well. This is episode number 232, if you can believe that, of the Immigration Answer Show. We're so happy to be here. Hope you all are doing well. We're excited to talk immigration for the next hour or so. I will be off tomorrow, and then we'll be on to, Thursday at 4 p.m. Central. 4 p.m. Central on Thursday. Hope you all have had a good week so far. We got some friends leaving us comments. All of our favorites. We is here. Rocio's here. Sheldon is here. The Unstoppable Miss Cindy B is here. We got Brand watching in North Dakota. So, boy, it's a little dark in here. I don't know, Justin. If you're watching, Justin, it's a little dark in here. You might want to do a little bit of the lighting. I know that I'm pretty red because I've been out on the beach, out in Florida, at my daughter's softball for the last couple days. The waiting room is full. This show is rocking and rolling. We just got started. Let's go ahead and say hi to KR. Hello, KR. You're on mute, KR.
Hi, can you hear me now?
I gotcha. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Seeking some legal advice and immigration advice from someone like you makes a lot of difference. So I'll try and wrap this up in a very small session. So I am on an H-1B. I'm here in Dallas. I've been here since 3 years. On just last year, this February, my job got changed, and I need to have a H-1B stamping done for a new job. As everyone would know, going outside of country, you need to have a H-1B stamping to come back, and appointments in India or Canada are being very. We are not getting it. So that's one thing. I wanted to ask you anything on appointments. Can I, as an Indian, a passport holder, go to Mexico, Canada, or anywhere in the world to get a H-1B visa appointment? That's one question. And can you answer that question, and then I can ask.
The rules say yes, but it's very hard to pull off. Why do you need to leave the United States?
Oh, for a H-1B stamping. By the way, the whole background goes like I've got engaged, and it's been 1 year that I haven't met my fiance. She lives in Canada. We haven't met. We met in India, and that's through family that we have got engaged. So she is in Canada on a PR. She has a B1, B2 visitor visa for US. She can come to US. She will be planning so. I cannot go to Canada because to come back to Canada, to come back to US, will I need to have a H-1B stamping done, or can that 30-day rule be used? I think there's something within 30 days. If you come back, there's no thing. You don't need a visa stamping done. Is
that's news to me? I've never heard that before.
So I think once you are on an H-1B appointment and I have an expired F1 visa, and I don't need a stamping to come back to country. I can go to Canada or Mexico and come back within 30 days, and that will be allowed. I wanted you to be.
I've never heard of that rule.
Oh, okay. So sir, that's all it is. So I can go to any country to get a visa stamping done?
In theory, yes, but in the real world, no. This is not a good idea. If you want to see your fiance, have her come to the United States on her B1, B2. Do not leave the United States unless you can afford to be out of the United States for 6 to 9 months if they screw you over, which is possible.
All right. Other question was, so my fiance and her parents are planning to come to US. Can they, on a B1, B2 visa, can we plan to get married here in California? I live in Texas. Can we together plan to get married in California? I wanted to ask you how to register for a marriage, and while registering for a marriage, will they look out for visas? Will they look out for questions like why are you here, and things like that?
So it would not be a violation of either of your visas for you to get married to her on her B1, B2, and you on your H-1B. That would not be a violation of your visa. As far as the marriage requirements, you need to check with the jurisdiction where you're going to get the marriage license. Most jurisdictions don't inquire into immigration status. I'm sure California does not. So you would just need you would just need proof of who you are, and perhaps freedom that you're free to marry. But usually they take you at your word for that. So I don't think getting the married is the big question. The bigger question is whether or not she's going to get allowed into the United States, and what happens if they find out she's coming to get married. That might be a bigger problem, but you're not a U.S. citizen, so you can't file for a green card for her. So I would think that if she came to the United States on a visit visa, and if you decided to get married while she was here, that would probably be okay. But if she comes in bringing a wedding dress and invitations in her bag and all this big marriage stuff with her family, I think that's going to make it harder.
So 2 non-immigrant visas getting married in California, that's going to be a problem for immigration people?
They are built at the border to look for people coming to the United States to get married. That's what they're built for. Now, the concerns there is that people are trying to jump the line to get a green card. That's not your situation.
Exactly.
But they're so dumb, they don't know how to distinguish between people who are coming to, get married and get a green card versus people who she would just come and get married and then go back, and then you would apply for an H-4 for her, right?
No, the plan, and that's not the plan. Plan is for her to be here on B1, B2 once she becomes a Canadian citizen, which is going to happen in late 2023. Then she can anyhow come to US and work on some TN1 visa or something, right?
I mean, KR, you make a lot of big jumps in your logic about things, but yes, in theory that would work.
That's what we're planning to. Any dependent visa will hamper her career as such. So that's what we don't want.
Okay, KR, thanks, buddy. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Legand, are you with us? Legand, are you here?
Hello.
Hello, Legand. What's up?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Issa Bisiri, and I came to United States a couple years ago, and I'm recently married to a U.S. citizen. So my wife is a U.S. citizen, and I'm working on changing my status right now. Okay, here is my consent. I'm going to go back a little bit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So do I need to file, I forgot to let you know that I'm going under STEM OPT. It means that I got a 2 years working permit. The 2 years working permit is going to be expired in 2024. So my question is, do I need to file I-70 or 765 work permit? Since I already have going under OPT, since I already got my OPT working permit approved, so do I need to refile again for another I-765?
You mean as part of the 485 application?
Yes.
You can and you should. Yes, you can and you should.
So I was wondering, like, since usually the green card, that's
Legand, are you with us? Legand, I'll answer the question that I think you're about to ask. So he was going to ask, I already have the OPT EAD. Why should I go ahead and do the marriage-based green card EAD? And the reason for that is because you never know what's going to happen with your STEM job. You might lose your job. You might be unemployed, and that would limit your ability to maintain your status on F1. And the other reason is that if you get an EAD based on the pending green card, you can work wherever you want. You don't have to stay in a job that you don't like. So those are the reasons why I always tell people to go ahead and there's no extra cost. It's included in the cost of the 485. So I would go ahead and file it again. Let's say hi to Bassam. Hi, Bassam.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Good, buddy.
Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
So, I have a question dash status update. I hope you remember my case. Like after a lot of pushing with the NVC, they finally was able to locate my case because my USCIS approved my case on 24th of April after expedite request, and then on NVC kept saying we can't locate it for until like July 25th or something. And now I'm getting really tired because I feel like I'm getting close. I'm at the last queue. They said they sent everything to the embassy back home, and now I have this number that associates with that embassy. So my question to you is like I don't know nothing about how the process goes from there because there is no forms to follow. Like every embassy is different in nature. So there is no like I have no perception of how things go in. Hence I don't know where to push. So my congressman, my senators, all of them have been very helpful along the way until to this point. So I'm trying to establish communication with the embassies. They didn't respond to me. They are very short. They are not letting me know anything. However, last communication I had with NVC, they said, we submitted your application to your embassy along with your expedite request, and they're going to make a decision on it, and feel free to reach back within 30 days to see if they approved it or not. So I know it's a little bit of a mess, but I really would appreciate your feedback, and if you can give any timeline on how long we should expect to wait.
What embassy is it?
Cairo.
And when did you get documentary qualified?
It's on I-730. So right now, when you go to the CAAC website, it says ready for interview. So
how long ago did it say ready for interview?
I just got a CRO now. So last update on the case was August 7th, which is a couple days ago. And then the case was created on July 13th, I believe.
Yeah, so 730s are at the bottom of the pile of things that they care about. You're not a U.S. citizen, so they're not going to put much of a priority on it. I think you'll probably have your interview next spring.
Spring.
Maybe January, yeah.
In terms of expedite or pushing things or involving the Congress member, does that be as effective as it is here versus overseas?
No, it's not. And again, you're at the bottom of the totem pole. I mean, Cairo is a really slow embassy, and you're a asylee or refugee, so you're low on their list of priorities. I don't know the basis of the expediting request, but I think that it's unlikely that they're going to expedite it. They do what they want.
USCIS approved the same expedite. NVC kind of approved it.
Yep.
But they can always say no, like we don't care.
Yep. And usually they do. Usually they do whatever they want.
Is there any possibility to get the interview somewhere else, like let's say Jordan or any neighboring countries?
They're all almost as busy as Cairo, and the act of trying to get them to move it from one embassy to another is going to slow you down even more. So I would not mess with that.
All right, Jim. Thank you very much for your insights.
Bye, Bassam. See you, buddy. Old Bassam surprised that he's being treated like all the other people are being treated. It's not good the way that they do business, but this is the world we live in. And like I said, when you have an I-730, which is the family members of a refugee or asylee, you're sort of low on the list of priorities because you can't even vote for the members of Congress that are supposedly trying to help you. Let's say hi to Bo. Hi, Bo.
Hey, Jim. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah. What can we do?
Oh, yeah. So I was just going to ask if you have an idea how long it take for the citizenship to process back in Texas. I'm not sure because the last time I checked, it looks like it's taking a whole lot of time to get processed. Do you have any idea?
Dallas, Houston, where in Texas?
Dallas.
And how did you get your green card?
Oh, marriage based.
And were you in status at the time that you got married and filed for that green card? Were you ever out of status?
No, I was not out of status.
Did you have any trouble getting your green card application approved?
No.
When did you file for citizenship?
That was November 2nd last year.
Yeah, so probably a couple more months, I would think, till you have your interview. Dallas is one of my favorite field offices. It's not bad.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just there are a lot of immigrants in Texas.
Yeah, I checked. I usually check something online where it says like the processing time.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I checked, I was seeing something. Hello, Jim, are you there? Okay.
I'm here, buddy.
So I usually check the processing time. Do you think those timelines on there is anything to go by?
No, they make shit up. It's all bullshit.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim.
Bye, Bo. Good luck. Yeah, let us know how it goes, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Jim.
See you, buddy. All right. Let's see. Is Elix there? Elix, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you?
Yeah. By the way, I'm talking to you from Ghana.
Hello.
My wife
Elix from
petitioned
Ghana.
for me. We started the USCIS program from 2019, and I got DQ, domestic qualifying September 2020. But since then, I've been receiving 60 days notification for more than 9 times till today without any interview appointment. I don't know whether you can give me an advice in if I can pass through any way to speed up my case.
Have you been to the United States before?
No, sir.
Have you applied for a visa before?
No, sir.
Have you been married before this marriage?
No. This is my first marriage.
And how about your spouse? Have they been married before?
Yes, sir.
And did they sponsor someone for an immigration benefit before, or were they just married to like an American?
No, she got married to her spouse, and then they all moved to the state together. That was more than, I think, 7 to 8 years ago or so. And then they had a problem, and then they got divorced.
So was her spouse a U.S. citizen? Did she get her green card through marriage?
No, she got her green card through, marriage, yeah.
Married to a U.S. citizen?
No, a green card holder. Like he won a lottery, and they all moved together to the state.
And did she and her prior spouse have any kids or anything?
No kids.
Did she get married after the person got selected in the DV lottery or before?
No, before.
Okay. And how long were they married?
I think they were married for like 3, 4 years or so. Is it 3 years?
Did you know her back then when she was married to the other guy?
No, not at all.
How did you and she meet?
I met her in 2017 when she came for her father's funeral.
She came for what?
Her father's funeral.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, Elix.
I said her father's funeral. He came for her father's funeral.
Okay. So, do you know, are cases in Ghana ahead of you that are younger than yours, that are newer than yours? Are they getting interviews?
I know some few guys who are DQ before me, but it seems they're under the F2A in Ghana. It's not moving at all.
Yeah. When can your spouse apply for citizenship?
She has already applied, and then they said she's left with, is it 13 months for her interview?
Yeah, I think you're just waiting. I mean, Ghana is slow right now, so I think you're just waiting.
Yeah. That I think that's what. Because she was also telling me that like that's the only way now is for her to get citizenship so that she can change the case to that will rather speed up the case.
I mean, it's been 2 years since you got DQ'd, almost 2 years, so that's getting pretty ridiculous.
Yes.
All right, Elix, good luck, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much, Jim.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, let's see if Forever's here. Forever, are you here? Forever, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? What can I help you with?
Alright, so I have a question for you.
Can you do me a favor? Can you hold the microphone for your phone up to your mouth? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Are you hearing me better?
Not much. It's sort of like, are you in a loud place?
Yeah. You want to come back to me?
Yeah, I'll come back to you. Yep, I will for sure. Let's say hi to Levi. Hi, Levi.
Hey Jim, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, good. I was I was hearing your show before, and it's basically the I-130. I was asking about the process and stuff like that. But
Sure.
long story short, basically I was a green card holder when I filed my I-130, and I adjusted my now I'm a U.S. citizen. And you suggested since I filed my I-130 online, there's no form to say, hey, I'm not a green card holder. I'm a U.S. citizen. Please adjust the processing time because the processing time is now shorter for a U.S. citizen. Fast forward, I got the email that I got a notice of action because I sent um, I forgot the process where you ask for uh, status because
Service request.
yeah, the service request. Yep, that one. And I got a notice 797 that it is approved, but it's saying that because in the I-130 I submitted or put in the I-130 that I that two selection is going to be adjustment here in the US and also in the consular process, which when I look at the online form, there is only one option to choose from. So I don't know why they're saying I submitted two options. And they told me to submit the I-824 with the option of sending it to NBC.
Did we talk about this already?
Nope.
Oh, then you're like the third or fourth person that's told me this in the last couple of weeks. So I think there's a problem with their online system, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. So because that's the only instruction I have, so I just filed the I-824. Now, is that the right process? Or should I've just contacted them and said, "Hey, I only submitted for consular process. Why am I going to this process instead of them sending to NVC?"
Which do you want it to be?
Consular, because my spouse is not here and she's in the Philippines.
Got it. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's all you can do. You've done all you can do. Yeah.
So and there's when I look at the process of I-824 processing time, there is no description on which process is this time frame. It's all I-824. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be really slow. I think you're probably talking 6 or 8 months.
6 or 8 months. And after that is approved, do I have to pay something in NVC? Do all of those? And is there an additional payment for that?
Well, it's like $445. So it's $120 for the affidavit of support fee and $325 for the immigrant visa fee.
Oh, so basically I've been charged twice because I have to file I-824 and then another charge for NVC. And I don't care about the amount. It's more of the processing time because it was supposed to be
it's going to slow things down for sure.
Okay, so basically I got no other options but just to process that and just wait.
And just to be clear, you filed that I-130 online, right?
Yes, online.
I think there's something wrong with their system that's marking it both.
Because when I just run through the I-130 form, I just basically click a new submission of form online, and I saw like there's only one option.
Yeah, I think something's wrong. So again, we're at our office, we're still filing on paper, and this is one of the reasons why is because it just becomes a little bit unpredictable when you don't know how they're going to handle something.
Yeah, so basically I'm stuck on waiting and nothing else. Yeah. Oh well, nothing I can do. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Levi. See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
That was Levi. That sort of sucks. Let's see if Forever's back. Forever, are you back?
Yes, I'm here. Are you hearing me better?
It sounds so much better. Thanks so much for doing that.
Hey, Jim. All right. So I have a question for you. So I filed for an I-360, and one of my friends, they had helped me to write the affidavit. Now, we are no longer friends.
This is for VAWA?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, we are no longer friends, and I think that they are trying to jeopardize my case. Is there any way, like...
Why do you think that?
Because they borrowed money from me and I told them I need my money and they decided they're not going to give it to me. So we're no longer friends. I told them that I'm going to take them to court for it.
And so, what do you think they're going to do with your immigration? They're going to call immigration and say that the stuff in your affidavit wasn't true?
Yes.
Is the stuff in
So
your
is
affidavit
there
true?
any way you think I could prove to them that they owed me money? I have proof of everything. I don't know. What you think?
Well, I mean, the first question would be, can you prove that they helped you draft the statement, right? I mean, first of all, you have to assume that they're going to go to all that work of tracking down who to notify. Then you have to assume that they actually find the right people to notify. And then you have to assume that they're going to make a compelling case such that USCIS stops believing you. So I don't know if that's going to come across, but if it does come across, I think if I were going to an interview either before the 360 was approved or after, I would bring evidence that this person owed me money, and I would say, hey, listen, only you have the file over there. I don't have the file. But to the extent that this person named Phyllis said bad shit about me, Phyllis is a liar. Phyllis owes me money. I sued Phyllis, and Phyllis said she was going to get back at me by sending a mean letter to USCIS. So everything Phyllis says is bullshit. So yes, I think you need to be ready to talk about it. Okay.
Okay. And I have another question for you.
Okay.
I don't know. The connection is really bad on my end. All right. So my kids, I had put my kids on the filing. They got their EAD and their advanced parole, but I didn't get it. Do you
Yeah.
think something is up?
No, I don't think so. We've been hearing weird things on this show and in general about them giving stuff to kids a whole lot quicker. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. I don't think it has to do with the merits of your case or about that bad friend.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. But thank you so much. You are a blessing to us and have a blessed day.
Good luck forever. Thanks. All right, let's say hi to Sanjita. What's up, Sanjita?
Hi, Jim. My question is around switching from a for-profit to a not-for-profit and back to a for-profit kind of H-1B visa. I have a for-profit visa from a past employment, and currently I'm in a non-profit-based H-1B visa, who are currently working on my green card application, and I might get my I-140 approved soon. But once I have my I-140 approved, what happens if I have to change a job back to a for-profit kind of organization? Can I take my priority date? When does my how much time would I have left on my for-profit visa in the next employment when that happens?
Well, you're sort of crisscrossing different elements. How long have you been on an H-1B visa? That's one question.
Since 2018, but since 2021 I've been on a not-for-profit H-1B visa.
Okay, so what's the question that you have?
When I change my job, if it's for a for-profit organization, how do I claim back, or how much time can I claim back on my for-profit visa? And
you're combining things that aren't supposed to be combined. So
right, yes, I have two questions technically.
Right. So the one question is, how much time do I get on my H-1B? That's generally 3 years and 3 years, unless you have the I-140. Okay.
Okay.
But the H-1B time in an institution of higher learning in a cap exempt facility, which is assuming what you're saying. You're talking about cap exempt, right?
Yes.
That still counts towards your H-1B.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you've had it since 2018, you should be fine, especially if you've already started the I-140 process. So bouncing from for-profit to non-for-profit doesn't change the clock ticking on how long your H-1B is valid.
Okay. And then what happens to the I-140 once it's approved? And if I switch back to a different job, what happens to an I-140 from a cap exempt organization if I switch to a non-cap exempt organization?
I don't know the answer to that question. I think it shouldn't matter, because green card don't take into account cap exempt or cap subject or profit or non-profit. So I don't think that is going to matter at all.
Okay.
I don't think.
And once I have my I-140 approved, how soon is it okay to switch jobs?
Well, why are you in such a hurry to switch jobs?
I'm not. I'm just trying to understand because I'm completely not familiar with this.
So I would say stay in the job of the sponsoring organization as long as you can.
Uh-huh. Okay. But if I do end up switching, are there any repercussions that I need to think about beforehand?
Well, you might need to explain it to an officer if you have a green card interview.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all. Fair enough. Thank you.
Thanks, Sanjita. Good luck. All right. Let's see if Christian's available. Christian, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Hey, how are you?
I can barely hear you, Christian.
How about now?
Much better. Thank you. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Great. What's up?
So I got a couple questions. A judge recently granted my case. It was a VAWA case. And they said I have to call the USCIS number to get a InfoPass appointment to get my green card. How long does that process usually takes?
Forever.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a lot of calls. It's gonna be. I mean, the you're talking about getting the USCIS to pay attention to something an immigration judge did, and that can take a really long time. And more than time, just effort. A lot of calling and recalling and calling and recalling.
Yeah, because I just received an email saying that, we're sorry, we got a lot of people in the waiting list, and we're gonna give you a call whenever we have any space available. I called like a month ago, so I don't know what to do right now. Or
I'd call them once a week.
Once a week, okay.
Yep.
Also, I had another question. So I had an asylum case prior to receiving my VAWA. And if I would like to go back into my country of origin, would it be a problem if I do that?
Okay, so you had an asylum case before the VAWA case.
Yes.
And what happened to the VAWA case?
I got approved. That's how I'm supposed to get my green card.
You haven't. I mean, did I? I meant what happened with the asylum case? I'm sorry.
Oh, they didn't withdraw or anything. We kept it until the VAWA was approved, and then the judge just granted the VAWA case.
So the asylum case was also pending in front of the judge.
Yes.
Okay, so you swore under oath in filings to the federal government that if anything bad ever happened to you, if you ever got sent back to your home country, that you would be persecuted, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you swore? You swore that under oath, right?
Yeah.
And now that you have been approved for your 360 and presumably for a green card, if you get on a plane and hop over there to your old country, what do you think they're going to think about how honest you are?
That's what I was thinking. I just want to visit my grandma that is almost dying, and obviously I haven't seen her in like a really long time. So
well, I mean, you can't leave till you get your green card anyway, right? Or do you have advanced parole?
Yeah.
So
no, I do not.
So that would be really, I as much as I want you to be able to go see your grandma, I think, thank you, Amra. I think that's a real risky proposition, and I would encourage you not to do that.
Okay.
Just because eventually you're going to have to apply for citizenship, and they're going to think you're a liar, and they might try to come back after your green card for having lied to them in your asylum application. Unless you can show there was some kind of change in circumstance, has anything happened in your home country that's different now than when you applied for asylum?
I think it's a little bit worse than when I left. So
yeah, that hurts your argument.
Okay. Until I get my citizenship, and I heard that with VAWA is a 3-year wait, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, 3 years from when you get the green card.
And that can take a while.
Whenever that is. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Perfect. That's and the other thing is that my EAD is about to expire. I got like 3 more months in that. So what can I do with that? Like, what is it? Should I renew it or should
Absolutely.
I? Okay,
For sure.
I will not have.
Whenever you can take any immigration benefit, Christian, you take it right away.
All right, because I thought like I will be by now. I'll be getting like the green card and everything.
You never
But,
know.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
See you,
Sounds
buddy.
good.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So as you can see, I'm eating my yogurt. That's my 3 o'clock yogurt. I forgot to start the show with it. So my assistant Umra was nice enough to bring it to me. Let's see what Prince has to say. What's up, Prince?
Hey Jim, what's going on?
How you doing?
I'm not bad. Thanks for taking my call. So I'm calling you from Jamaica. My wife, who is an LPR, she petitioned for me in 2019. We were approved at USCIS and been DQ the National Visa Center since March 2021. So I've been waiting now for an interview for 1 year, 5 months, almost a year and a half. But I'm yet to receive that email or a call. However, my wife recently turned a citizen. She's no longer LPR.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think updating her status will probably be better for me in terms of getting an interview quicker at this time?
Yes, I do.
That's what I wanted to find out, because I was wondering if it is cause for concern having not gotten a call for over a year. You know, even though I called the embassy in Jamaica and they're saying they're working, but they're really they're severely backlogged.
Is that true?
So, I'm not sure if that's true, but I mean, it's been a year and a half since being documentary qualified.
I think I would send them a letter saying, look, I became a U.S. citizen. I want my husband here. If you don't bring my husband here and have his interview in the next couple months, I'm going to sue you. That's what I would do.
Oh, so I could advise my wife to write that letter to the National Visa Center?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, just explaining that she's been waiting for almost 2 years.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And question number 2. My son, who is also her son, who is on the petition as well, he is 8 years old. If and when we do get through, he will automatically become a citizen, right?
Yeah, you mean he's her stepson, or he's her biological son?
He's my biological son too, and it's her son too.
I didn't hear. It's her biological son or just yours?
Both of us.
Both. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If he enters as a green card holder, there's a process where he can become a citizen right away. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to find out. Thank you.
Bye, Prince. Good luck. All right. Let's say hi to Bodan. Hi, Bodan.
Hey, Jim. Thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate you.
Sure.
I have a question for you. I am a U.S. citizen, and my wife is a Canadian citizen. Yep. We just recently got approved. We're going through the adjustment of status, and she just recently got approved for her EAD. Now, it's been taking a really long time for that EAD through the AOS to come through. So she was an F1 status, and we ended up doing the OPT route as well to kind of hedge our bet a little bit.
Smart.
But not so smart in the fact that we asked for another social security number as well.
Mm.
So I read your blog, and you mentioned that could cause some issues. So I wanted to ask, how could I avoid those issues, or how can I deal with those issues?
Well, as of right now, she only has one, right?
Correct. Right now she physically has one. She's already started working with the one through the AOS. And we just got a letter in the mail for the OPT one saying that we just got approved for the EAD through the OPT.
Oh, she got the EAD through AOS first, not the OPT?
Yes, correct. She just got it. We applied for it for like 6 months ago, and we didn't hear anything. And we had to contact the senator of our state and stuff, and they helped. And we got surprised with it. And then we got approved for the OPT one as well.
And on both of them, you check the box saying, give me a social security number?
I think my wife did on that second one. Yeah, on the OPT one.
So in theory, they might catch it and not give her two, right?
Okay.
And if so, then what I would do is when the second one comes, I would go down to the Social Security office and say, hey, look, here's what happened. Here's what I did. I only want one. Which one do you want me to use? And I would press them to let you use the first one, the one she's already using.
Okay. Because she's technically using it for work already. She's done the W-4 and like she's actually utilizing it right now. So have you ever heard of this kind of issue before? I mean, obviously you mentioned it, but
we've had people get 2 Social Security numbers before and they've just stopped using one of them and not use the other. I think they've tried to clear it up with Social Security, but it should be okay as long as she has one and uses that one. I think it should be all right.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't screw ourselves, unfortunately.
Nah,
you know,
I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Good luck, Bodan. See you, buddy.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if Paris is here. Paris, are you with us?
I am here, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I had a couple of questions. I wrote them down, so if it cleared my camera, I apologize.
It's okay.
So I am a U.S. citizen. My fiance is in Nigeria. Is he able to get a work permit prior to the green card being approved? We haven't even gone through any process, so we haven't filed anything, but that was like his biggest thing. He doesn't want me to have to take care of him. He has like a big issue with it.
He's in America or he's overseas?
He's overseas right now, so we haven't applied for anything.
Yeah, no, he won't get a work. You don't get work permits when he's over there. He's over there until the green card will actually come after he arrives. So his thinking isn't right. He'll be stuck over there until he gets approved, and then once he gets approved, his green card will show up here.
Right.
A month or two later.
So I think the primary question is basically when he gets here, if we did a K-1, for instance, instead of the spousal visa,
okay.
When he gets here, we're in that gray zone.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to get employment authorization?
Yeah. So let's just say he arrives a year from today. So let's say he arrives on August 9th, 2023. And then let's say you get married a month later. So you get married September 9th, 2023. And then you file for the green card on October 9th, 2023. And then he's going to get fingerprinted probably 2 months later. So that's December 2023. And then it takes 4 or 5 months. So yeah, there'd be about a 7-month period here, 7 to 8 months where he can't work.
Okay, I thought so. I said that, but I wasn't sure, so I figured I'd ask that question as well.
No, that's actually a question, Paris, that comes up a lot in fiance cases, because if the number one priority is for the ability of the foreign national to keep working, then fiance is not the right way to go. Spouse visa is the right way to go.
Okay.
Because they can work all the time back home in Nigeria, and then once they get here, it should just be 6 or 8 weeks before they can work in the United States.
So it's 6 to 8 weeks with the spousal visa, but that one takes a bit longer in general.
Not these days, not Nigeria. Everything I'm really down on fiance visas right now.
Okay.
They're very low on the priority at the State Department.
Okay.
They're even, for some of them, saying that they expire and sending them back to USCIS. I'm much more bullish on spouse visas these days.
Okay. So my second question was, and I guess that kind of nulls my second question. So I did a K-1 visa a while ago. I did not go through with it. Like we had gotten
somebody else or him?
It was for someone else. Someone else. Uh-huh. We got to like the MVC. I received something from them, but by that time we had dissolved our relationship. Will that be a discredit to this new application? And if so, like is there any advice that you could provide me?
Was that also for Nigeria?
No. Okay,
that's good. Has the prior K-1, has that been formally withdrawn, or did you just let it die?
No, I had my lawyer formally withdraw it.
And you have documentation to support that?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. And if not, I can go back and try to figure something out.
I definitely would. And I would also, Paris, do a Freedom of Information Act request on you yourself. You can get the old I-129F.
Okay.
In answer to your question, I do think it'll muck things up a little bit. I mean, if the person never received a benefit, that's probably better. than if they had. But Nigeria is just on high alert right now for marriage fraud, so those cases are already harder. But I think it's
Yeah.
gonna take 1.5 to 2 years for your fiance or husband to be here.
Okay, but it would probably be best for the spousal visa. Okay,
I would
and
do
then he was denied 2 tourist visas in the past.
Yep.
Like since we've been in our relationship, he got denied because we were trying to just do it that way.
Yeah, that
and
doesn't work
have him
anymore.
so
That
we
doesn't
could
work
see each
anymore.
other.
That doesn't work
Yeah.
anymore, especially from Nigeria.
Yeah. Will that negatively impact our?
The big question for you, Paris, is in either of those applications or in any other prior applications, did he say that he was married?
No, so I can attest to that right here.
Well,
Okay.
but I need him to attest to it because
Yeah.
sometimes people say really
Say
stupid
things.
shit in there. Yep. Like they
Okay.
hire a visa consultant and the visa consultant says, yeah, just say you're married. And then that just screws you up in all kinds of ways because they can say, oh, well, you need to get divorced from your fictitious fake
Person
spouse.
and you can't. Right. So can I do it? Does he have the ability to do a FOIA request on himself?
It's really hard to get them from the State Department, especially non-immigrant visas.
Okay. Well,
He might be able. He might, if it were as recently as you're saying.
Yes.
He might be able to log in and pull it up. The DS-160. I don't know exactly how long they last, but he might be able to pull one or both of those up, and that would be good to see what the answers are.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is a big service. Bye-bye.
Awesome, Paris. Thanks. All right, so that was Paris. All right, let's see if Jenny's here. Jenny, are you with us?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. My question is like, what is the status of somebody who was detained and then told to go see ICE within a couple of days, or they would be placed into removal proceedings? Like what their status would be, and if they had kids with them.
Were they in some kind of status, or were they just here without any status?
No, they just crossed the border.
And then they were told to see ICE, and then they never did?
No, they did go see ICE.
So they're probably they're under the jurisdiction of the immigration court. I guess my big question would be, did they try to enter before? Had they ever been caught before? Had they ever been fingerprinted before? Were they fingerprinted this time would be my questions.
They were caught, and then they were fingerprinted, but they were let go. They were given the paper that told them to just go see ICE, and then from there.
And that's the only entry?
Yes.
So they're just someone who's technically in deportation proceedings. They don't have any pending benefits, it doesn't sound like.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. When I go to the immigration court to find out if they are in proceedings, they're not.
Yeah, well, it takes a while for that paperwork to work itself out. How recently did this happen?
A year and some change.
That's weird. Well, when are they supposed to see ICE again?
They haven't told them.
Are you sure?
I think maybe like next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
So they're just checking in for now, but none of that gives them any kind of long-term status. So they're sort of here, but they don't have any status, and they're not on a path right now to get any status.
Yeah, the thing, I'm sorry. The issue is we were filing asylum for them, and in the asylum document, it's asking what their status. So this is.
So my question would be, why are they waiting to file for asylum? You're supposed to file within 1 year of arrival.
Yeah, they already did, but the person who helped us fill the application, they put that they are in court removal, and they put their status as a refugee for the adults, and then the kids, they have them as advanced parole. But I'm just checking to make sure to see what that means.
That part sounds jacked up. The kids aren't on advanced parole, so I don't know. It's not, who is helping them, like a notario?
He says he's an attorney, but the way he's been dealing with us, we don't think he's an attorney.
Well, you can check with the state where the person's office is to see if they're an attorney or not. You can check with the bar. You should be able to search it online.
See. Yeah.
So like for me, I'm in Missouri. You could look up Missouri or Illinois where I'm admitted, and there's a registry. You could run my last name and see if I'm on there.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot to this thing.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, they filed for work permit within like 150 days, and
Yeah.
then USCIS denied the application and said the immigration court the file is not lodged properly there.
Yeah,
And
it's all
then
jacked up. Yeah. Yeah, they need a real deportation lawyer. Where do they live?
Orlando.
Orlando. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can't swing a dead cat in Florida and not hit an immigration lawyer. They need to find a real deportation lawyer in Orlando.
Yeah, the issue that has me scared is that now the person who helped us file the asylum case, he says he's taking the copy of the asylum and like all the copies of the paper, and he's gonna drop it to immigration court, and we're just confused. We're just trying to figure out what to do.
This all sounds very sketchy. I would say, give me my file back. I want, and then I would hire a real lawyer.
Oh wow. Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye, Jenny.
Bye.
All right. Let's see what MD has to say. What's up, MD?
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
What's up?
Yeah. So, the last time I spoke to you, we're having issue with the marriage decree from Nigeria. You advised me to get the divorce done here. So I'm in the process of the divorce decree. The one I'm doing right here now is going to be out any moment from now.
Okay.
And I'm going to contact the office to start the entire process again. But my question today is, now my wife here, we got married before. So I want to know if we have to go get the divorce done too.
No, you'll just treat that marriage as invalid. And once you get the divorce overseas, then you'll get married again here. You don't have to divorce the American person.
Okay, that's my question.
All right, buddy.
So I'm going to contact you as soon as I get the divorce in my hands.
All right, sounds good, MD.
Thank you very much.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, that was MD. What's up, Dakota?
Hey, fine. Not finally. I'm sorry. I'm just a little nervous about asking this.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Great, thanks.
Okay, so my girlfriend, she's Mexican. We've been with each other for 1.25 years now, and me and her, we want to get married, and she has a tourist visa, which might be in concern. I have 2 questions, by the way. Anyways, so we're worried that if me and her get married and we get married here in the United States, when she comes back to America, we get married. What do we do after that? How can I get her a green card?
Mm-hmm. When was she here last?
She was here last in April.
And she has an actual visa in her passport that lets her come and go more than once.
Yeah, tourist visa, B1, okay. B2, I think.
Yep. And so if she came back, let's say she came back in December, okay? If she came and you guys got married in those first 60 days, that would be a big problem, right? Because they would assume that she didn't really come to be a tourist, that she really came to marry you. But if she came and visited with you and thought, boy, I really don't want to go back to Mexico, I want to stay here with Dakota, and decided to get married after the 2 months, you could apply for a green card for her and a work card and a travel card, and she could stay here the whole time that was pending until the green card gets approved.
Wow. You basically answered my second question. My second question was, so since tourist visa, you can have a max of like 6 months, right, to stay here. Would she be able to stay here the whole time while the process is going?
Yeah, she could.
Dang, so the process could take 10 months and she could be here for 10 months.
Or 2 years, yeah. But the big thing is she going to get let back in the United States? That's why I wanted to know when she was last here, because sometimes when you leave and come back right away,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, one thing real to be real clear about Dakota is she needs to be very honest about why she's coming. So she can't say I'm coming to see my girlfriends or I'm coming. I mean, if they ask her, and so then
Yeah.
if she says I'm coming to see my boyfriend, then they might get a little bit worried about her getting married. They might let her in. They should let her in, but they might not. So she's got to be ready for anything. And most importantly, she's got to tell the truth so it doesn't screw you up later.
Oh, and she told me to tell you that her tourist visa expires on July of 2023, so next year. Would that be a problem or
no?
No.
So when is she going to come?
So me and her's actually going to a wedding in Chicago. One of her family members are getting married. Yeah, and that is in 7 days. She'll be here. So if per se she does come back with me to my home state afterwards, wait 60 days after she came in, if they allow her that much time.
Well, they'll give her 6 months. They should.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jim. You answered all my questions.
See you, buddy.
See you, man.
All right. I think we got time maybe for one more. Let's see what Maureen has to say. Hi, Maureen. Are you here, Maureen?
Hello, sir.
Hi, Maureen. How you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Great. Thank you. What can I help you with?
Yes, sir. I have one question. I came on with my husband on employment visa, and I'm the derivative beneficiary. So I have one question that if the employer sells the business and he worked for 1 month, so is there any problem on the naturalization process at the later stage?
Wait, I'm confused. I thought you were saying you were on an H1B and an H4. What?
No, it's the E3. It's the employment-based immigrant visa.
And do you already have the green cards?
Yeah, I already have the green card, and my husband also have. And I came as a derivative beneficiary, and my husband got the employment. After 1 month, the employer sells the business. So would any effect on the naturalization process?
No.
Okay,
No,
so
as long as it was a real job and a real employer and it wasn't like a family-based thing and it wasn't some kind of scam, as long as it was a real job with a real employer and that just happened to sell out a month after he got his green card that he's not related to, wasn't involved in, it just happened, no problem.
he worked for 1 month, then after that he joined another employment at the different location. So it won't affect any process at the naturalization, right?
Well, I think he's going to have to. Are you saying that the business got sold or that he changed jobs?
No, the business sale outs, and after that he joined another job.
Oh yeah, no, that should be fine. You both are going to have to be able to explain it, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Maureen.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, that'll do it for today's show. We'll be back on Thursday at 4 p.m. Central. 4 p.m. Central. That'll be episode number 233. If you have any questions between now and then, make sure to send us an email, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. And don't forget that if you want to get on our texting list, just text the word show to 314-470-3300, SHW, to the number 314-470-3300. That way, when Jim foolishly says that the show's at 4 o'clock and it's actually at 3 o'clock because he didn't listen to Hooli, then you make sure you get on at the right time so that you can ask the right question. All right, everybody, have a good one. Hooli, thanks for being here, and we'll see you.